Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay. I just watched the Joe Biden, George Stephanopolous video. And I think Joe did fairly well on that. He sounded lucid and alert. He's doing the typical political pivoting on questions, not answering Stephanopoulos' questions always directly. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting annoyed as hell with George Stephanopolous and with the media in general. Just hammering on this guy. Are you going to step down? Are you going to step down? What if Hakeem Jeffrey tells you to step down? What if Nancy Pelosi tells you to step down? What if this group of 20 senators tells you to step down? And Joe Biden's like, they're not going to. It's not going to happen. Well, your polling numbers. Have you seen the polls? The polls have you behind. Do you think you're up for the job? Do you think you should step? It's like, he keeps hitting with the same question. It's like, what do you want me to say? Yes? You want to say yes, I'm going to step down? You got to slut shame me into resigning my position because I had one bad debate because I was sick and jet lagged? Again, you've seen me on the videos for my reaction to the debate, and I was livid. Angry at Biden for his poor performance, angry at his preppers for how he was prepared for that performance, etc., etc., etc. But these polling numbers are BS. Absolute crap. Stephanopoulos is saying that the polling numbers are showing that Trump's going to win the popular vote. The hell he will. You could get the whole rest of the country to vote. You're not going to outdo what California is going to do for Trump's numbers. We beat him by like 5 million votes in California in 2020. You think that Trump's going to somehow close that gap? There aren't enough bunch of hicks in the center of California to overcome those numbers. And hell, a bunch of them died to COVID because they're too damn stupid to mask up and get vaccinated because Trump and his ilk tell them all sorts of crap and garbage. The one thing I was upset with Biden on this one is he's not cracking back hard enough. He was cracking back on stuff that Trump did or didn't do. And he touched on bleach. And Stephanopoulos is like, well, do you think you're fit to be president? Or are you mentally there? It's like, hey, the other guy's the one that wants to have people inject bleach into themselves. How come you didn't challenge him for his presidential fitness back then? That's what I would have hit him with. What a double standard. Oh, by the way, Trump was invited to interview with George Stephanopolous and declined. What does that tell you? Biden probably didn't know that. Maybe he did. I'd have hit him with that as well if I did know it. No, he's got, no, I'm with Biden all the way through. Biden's not my guy. I don't have Biden flags around there and crap like these cult of personalities do with Trump. But he's going to be my Democratic nominee, and I'm voting for him. And I absolutely trust him over Donald Trump when being given the power of absolute authority like a king. Yeah, my energy's up here right now. Again, you know how I was saying, did my readings that the Democrats are circling the wagon? This is what I'm talking about. And when Stephanopoulos is like, well, there's all these stories saying you should step down. It's like, yeah, Biden's like, yeah, they're all in the media. Exactly. Y'all are selling advertising spots. This isn't reality. And stop trying to foist it off as it is. The other thing I would have hit him with is, yeah, it's funny. Mike Johnson seems to want Kamala Harris to 25th Amendment me. When the hell was Mike Johnson concerned about the well-being of Democrats in the Democratic Party? They're floating Michelle Obama as a replacement. Why is that, do you suppose? Maybe their internal polling shows I'm kicking Donald Trump's butt. And that if they get a strong black woman in there as a presidential candidate, that's going to rile up their base enough that they will overcome and win this election. That's the stuff I would hit them with. But I have the advantage of retrospect and stuff like that. Okay. I want to do a reading on the energy around the Biden interview with Stephanopoulos. Obviously, I'm amped up. Anybody have a dog and you wrestle them around on the head and you ruffle their fur and get them snapping at the air? That's where I'm at right now. Don't get near me. I'm going to bite you. Entertainment purposes only. Let's get the rabid dog reading here. Energy around Joe Biden and his interview with Stephanopoulos. Okay. The central card, the signifying card of this reading is the Chariot. I don't believe that Biden was out of control. Your reader might be out of control, but Biden was not out of control. No, this is the first step in a plan forward for Biden. And this is a plan forward for Biden to reach out to people and show that he's the guy for the job. He's doing public relations damage control, and he's showing that he's the man for the job underneath there. He still has the values. He still has the youth. He's got the vigor. He's going out messaging, telling folks, hey, I'm the guy that you can count on to get this done. In the past, you got the double card. These cards are just mirror images of each other. Had a horrible debate performance. Trump trashes on him all the time, and he's trying to show people Trump says I'm Sleepy Joe. Hey, I'm lucid as heck. Trump says I'm mentally, not there. I'm mentally with it. And I'll compare my record with Trump's record any day of the week. Where Trump is divisive, Biden is a unifier. By doing this, here comes the major arcana parade here. If you're 4 for 4 with major arcana on this, with a non-major arcana underneath it, is and this is a new campaign for Biden. Underneath it all, this is Biden going out and showing people who he is. Biden's gonna go out swinging. He's either gonna throw himself under the bus, or he's going to get people looking at him in a new light. He is not going to go down. The handlers are being told to shut the heck up. That's not the word I wanted to use, by the way. He's telling the handlers to shut up. If he's going to win this election or lose this election, it's because he's going to be Joe Biden. Period. Forget all these concoctions that you've come up with. I remember how everybody was saying how Hillary seemed all fake. She wears her pantsuits and waves to people and points to people who aren't there. Biden's not doing any of that. Biden's going to be Biden. He's going to be that scrappy guy from a blue-collar family, and he's going to show people who he is. Overarching energy. He's got an economy that's doing well. He's hardworking. He's for values of American citizens. He comes from, again, a blue-collar background. He's going to show people who he is. This is a guy who still rides the train and does stuff like that. And it's now up for people to decide their values. Who you going to choose? Who best represents your values? Again, this whole PR campaign, hardworking, going out and meeting people, telling them their values, bringing it on effing home, man. It's funny. It's almost like, now that we're like a week away from that debate, the debacle that was the debate, the outcome is the 10 of Cups. It's, everything's fulfilled. Happy family, happy life. Joe Biden may have that horrible debate may have woken him up. He would have followed his handlers going down their path, and their path might have led to ruin. Or it might have led, maybe Biden gets reelected, but he doesn't get people out there motivated to vote for Democratic senators and Democratic House members. Now he's going to go out there. He's going to go pound the pavement, knock on doors, hold rallies, talk to everyday people about their values and the things that they want in this world. I think basically the gloves are coming off and Scrappy Joe is here. It's not going to be Sleepy Joe. It's going to be Scrappy Joe, the President of the United States. And he's going to talk with people and he's going to connect with them because for the first time in a long time, and I don't think he was ever not authentic, but he's going to be authentic. He's going to be his authentic self. He even cursed a little bit on it. I love it. I think I don't give a damn or something like that he said on there. And I wish he had started with... Now, he obviously has worked with Stephanopolous before, and he's trying to be kind with Stephanopolous. But I think I would have hit Stephanopolous with a couple of zingers himself. No, the contradictions. Hey, George, did you question the president's his ability to do the job when he was talking about injecting people with bleach? Were you challenging the president whether he should step down when he wasn't unifying the states to come up with a COVID response? How about when he instituted the Muslim ban or locking kids up in cages and separating them from their family? Do you ever question his ability to lead and be the president of the United States with that? I would hit him with all sorts of stuff. Get him on. Well, we're not here to discuss that. Well, why aren't we here to discuss that? This seems like a double standard. I have one bad debate because I was sick and tired and wasn't prepared for a pathological liar. By the way, he called Trump a pathological liar half a dozen times during that interview. It was great. It's like, why are you on me? And he even got Stephanopolous to acknowledge that he doesn't think the polls are accurate. So why are you citing inaccurate polls and trying to come up with numbers? Well, all the polls say this, and all the polls are inaccurate. So why would you cite bad data? You're a reporter. You tell me. What does your reporter's creed tell you about bad sources of data? What should you do with it? Come on. Hit him with it. Hit him smack right between the eyes. Dude, I'm all wound up. Let's go. Let me out. It's like Animal from the Muppets. I need my collar and the chains that have broken free here. No, I'm amped up. Yeah. Okay. How will the American people view this interview? The death card. Okay. I think it's going to be the end of the way that they used to think of Joe Biden. They're not like, oh, we're walking away from Biden. I think the way that they've looked at him before is going to come to an end. And they're going to start looking at the messaging and the work that he does. Because he's going to start finally start bragging about all the stuff that he did. Because maybe when he listed off all his accomplishments, there's going to be a bunch of people over there going, well, I didn't know he did that. Son of a gun. American people, how are they going to view Joe Biden? They're going to see Biden reach out as a peer. Somebody who's reaching out for them. He's going to reach out and talk to them. In the past, the Tower card, again, that debate was a debacle. Absolute debacle. Sent Biden crashing down, and now he's gathering himself up. Current situation is the Ten of Swords. Again, we got the Tower, the Death card, and the Ten of Swords. This is almost like a physical death. This is a physical death of, to me, it's Sleepy Joe Biden. This is now Biden's opportunity to come out of the cocoon and show these folks that he's a butterfly. He's not a caterpillar anymore, and he's not dormant anymore. Ace of Swords. People are going to make up their mind based on what they see from now to the election day. Biden's going to take charge. He's going to show that he's a man of action. And people are going to be changing their mind. They'll judge him on his actions. He told them. He mentioned this a couple of times in that interview. Judge me by what I'm doing. He asked, "Are you in mental decline?" It's like, dude, I lead the free world. I lead the most important nation in the world. I talked with a couple prime ministers today. I'm trying to figure out the Middle East. I'm helping expand NATO and other things like that. I'm fighting Putin. You know what? He's out there. I think people saw him differently in this debate. The folks that watched the debate and saw that, if they watch this thing, they're going to say, wow, well, they might be like, he may be amped up on something. I'll just sit back and I'll take a watch. I'll take a gander. Biden then was like, I'm going to be going around. He's basically doing a public relations tour. He's going to be going around stumping. When asked why he hasn't been doing that before, it's like, dude, I got a country to run. I've got wars we're fighting. Now it's getting down and dirty with election time. So I was asking how people will view this. What's going to be the outcome of Biden's public relations tour here? How's the energy around his public relations tour? How is that going to resonate with people? Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. He's going to sell him the American dream, show that he's capable of doing things. He's large and in charge. And again, you'll never convince the MAGA folks, but you could convince some other folks that maybe, just maybe, I should give Joe an idea here. Again, in the past, we got the devil card. You have to compare yourself. And here's going to be one of his central messages here. Who do you want in charge of the nuclear codes? Now that presidents are kings, according to the Supreme Court, who do you want in charge of the nuclear codes? You decide. What are your values? Hitting people with their values. The economy. Make your decision. He's going to go out. Biden is going out and reaching people by doing this. You need to make your choice. You know, yeah, maybe you're normally a red hat wearing conservative or something like that. Who do you want in charge of the nuclear codes? What's in your best interest? What's in the best interest of the country? You need to decide based on your values. If your values are such that you want a dictator, an authoritarian government with an oligarchy and a national religion, and you want to take the rights away from women and LGBTQ community, and you want to get rid of biracial marriage and gay marriage, and you want a national religion, and you want a Taliban government, go for it, man. That's your vote. He's going to make a lot of progress. He's going to be beating a lot of bushes and doing a lot of stumping. The Page of Wands going out messaging is the Knight of Wands going out and doing and succeeding. For those who have some doubts about Biden, don't. Just don't. I get it. I was really upset a week ago. And you watch Mike Johnson, oh, well, Kamala Harris should be in there. I looked at CNN just briefly to just see what the headlines were, and they're all like, oh, Kamala Harris is being attacked by Trump, and Kamala Harris and this. Dude, no, just stop. The media's making a frenzy off of this because people are all amped up over Joe Biden's bad debate performance. And now all of a sudden, they want to just flush him down the toilet and replace him with somebody else. Trump's the one that started this whole narrative about Biden's age. Trump's just a couple years younger, and he's in way worse shape. And we've heard Trump just babbling nonsense in his rallies. Stupid old boats with the batteries and sharks and all that stuff. He can't say words and tails off. Keeps mistaking Nikki Haley with Nancy Pelosi. Thinks World War II is what Biden's leading us into. Well, said Washington was a genius for securing the airports during the Revolutionary War. Do I need to keep going? Dude's a freaking idiot. And he's got dementia. I wish... I shouldn't say I wish. Well, I wish that my previous predictions about his health event would have come to fruition at this point. And it could very well be that I mistook his health event as a heart attack or a stroke. I still believe he's going to have those things. But it appears that we are delayed on that. Where's Susan Lynn's 1-800-SPIRIT guides? Mash the number 1 button until they get on there. Tell you what, I want the complaint section. I have a few words. I wouldn't mind an NDE just so I could go yell at God for a while and give him a little bit of attitude about what's going on down here. But in the end of the day, now decides to calm myself down, get the blood pressure back down here. Biden is going to get this done. He is reaching out. He's woken up. He might have been lulled to sleep, and he might have lost this election on that path. That path is no longer an option. Biden's going to go down this path, and he's going to be Joe Biden. He's going to be the authentic Joe Biden, and that's going to resonate with people. He's not fake. He's not some fake plastic person. He's a real person, and that's been one of his strengths his entire life, is his ability to connect with people, which is why he's so universally liked in the Senate, which makes Lindsey Graham's betrayal just that much harder for him, because they got along well until, I don't know, Lindsey got crazy, probably being blackmailed, but Lindsey needs a daddy, and Trump is his daddy these days. Don't give up on Biden. Don't fret Biden. if you're out there saying that he needs to be replaced by Gavin Newsom or Kamala, no, he doesn't. He is the person for the job. He's the right person at this moment. The only difference is now he's awake. Don't believe me? Be this reading here. Let him prove it to you. Be that Knight of Cups. He's going to reach out to you. He's going to show you who he is. You evaluate him on his words, in his actions, his deeds, and his accomplishments. I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but I will tell you, give him a fair shake, and here's a good objective way to do it. What does he represent your values? Who do you trust with the nuclear codes? Who do you trust with basically unlimited authoritarian power? Who do you trust is going to give you a democracy in 2028 versus a dictatorship in 2025? That's what you should be asking yourself. If you have doubts on Biden, give him a fair shake. That's all I'm asking. If you still decide that I'm going to go vote for RFK, go for it, man. The dude's got a dead worm in his brain, and he can't. Talk about Biden being mentally challenged. RFK is mentally challenged. Dude can't remember half the stuff he said, just a couple years ago, and it's on audio and video. And when it's showed to him, he looks befuddled. His own family doesn't want him running. You have to go back to, was it Gomer, or was it Louis Gomer in Arizona? I'll have to look it up. Whose family said basically, don't vote for him. He's gone completely batshit crazy. And he got put in anyways. And guess what? He's batshit crazy. His family wasn't lying. And RFK's family's not lying either. I'm sure if RFK were lucid and representing positive values, they'd be fully supportive behind him. But he isn't, and he doesn't. So they aren't. All right. You guys got a spicy Saturday with my 2 videos. So enjoy it. David's back. Now I'm going to go attack the mailman or something like that. How dare he come by my house every day. He deserves it. Actually, it's a she. And she's actually very nice. So no, I won't be biting the mailman anytime soon. Maybe I'll bite Michelle. Yeah, I'll bite Michelle. She deserves it. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.